Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible, make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan. Pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the cause. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we poppin', let's go.
Yo, what's good, everybody? What's popping? It is your boy Rashad, one half of the Panther Nation podcast. And unfortunately, Dave, he is out sick. He is out sick. So I had to make a call. She was going to join anyway. It was going to be all of us. But we have a special guest today. We got Lauren. Lauren Weiss from formerly of Charlotte Vibe. You got a lot going on. I was Insta stalking you, and you have a lot going on right now. So I'm not going to say everything, but congratulations are in order. You can share what you want to share, but it's a lot going on, and congratulations for everything you have going on right now, because it's a lot.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, new job, recently engaged. So yeah, lots going on. Great things, of course, but it's been a whirlwind. Staying busy, but couldn't be happier. So, and I'm glad to be here tonight.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Thank you for joining us. We've been trying to make this happen for a long time, and we never could get it done. But yeah, man. So this is awesome. So we got it's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of news going on, and we have the week 2 game coming up for the preseason, and we were going to preview that, take a quick look at that, what's going on. But it's a couple of things I want to get before we even get started on all that stuff. Since it's been a while since we talked to you. What are your thoughts on the quarterback situation and kind of current state of the Panthers right now?
So current football, like quarterback, I'll start with quarterback standpoint. I've been impressed with what I've seen from Baker so far. I feel like the chemistry is there now. It wasn't so much at the start when he first got here, which makes sense, rightfully so. He's new. He's meshing well, it seems to be now. So I feel like I'm pretty confident in Baker's ability. Sam, not so sure how that's going to go yet. I mean, I know they're competing neck and neck, and it seems like they're getting along really well and working well together. So curious to see how that goes. As for Matt Corral, I mean, I feel like he has a lot of room to improve. He's a rookie, so that makes sense. But I also feel like he has a very great and bright future ahead, I should say. Just going to take him a little bit of time, like every rookie is in the league. It takes him a couple years just to kind of get used to the feel of things in the NFL. It's a completely different ball game from college to the NFL. So quarterback standpoint, though, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I mean, I'm rooting for Baker. I know all of us are after what happened last year with Sam.
Very true.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now at the quarterback situation. I feel like this year for us is going to be much better, so I'm confident in that. I've liked what I've been seeing so far, like throughout training camp these last 2 days. I mean, I've kept up. I wasn't there and able to go to Boston, but I've kept up with like the reports and seems to be going well, aside from like the scrappiness that's been going on. But I mean, that's what happens when you have joint practices. But I'm excited to see where this season takes us. I feel like we're on the road to recovery, we can sort of say. There's been a lot of improvements this last offseason coming into this season. So I feel like it's going to be a good year for us. I don't really know. Like I said, quarterback, I'm hoping and rooting for Baker. I know we all are, but we'll see where it goes. I'm excited to finish out this preseason and get ready to start the first game of the season, September 11th. So, yeah.
So what are your thoughts on, or has your opinion really changed on Matt Rule at all? Because I have to get somebody else's opinion, because me and Dave, we get up here every week and we find something to talk negative about, and we try to give props where they're due. And some good things. Again, I love that he's brought in some veteran coaching around him. I think that's very important because he's a college guy, and that has time after time after time has proven not to work. Right, the college coach to NFL experiment has plenty of evidence that it just doesn't work. So I'm glad that he got a ton of veteran experience around him. But has your opinion of Matt Rule changed any so far? I guess, and again, we don't have a lot to pick from, but has your Matt Rule opinion changed at all?
I don't want to say it's changed. I don't know how really to word it. Let's see. How should I say this? I don't necessarily think it's changed.
Pick your words wisely.
I know. However, I do have some faith in Matt Rule and saying like this season is going to be an improvement from the last, because like you said, he did make some big steps in bringing some veteran guys in. And I feel like we're on, like I said, a road to we're getting better. So I wouldn't say it's changed, but I'm optimistic. That's a good way to look at it.
There we go. That's a good way.
Last year, I really wasn't. There wasn't very much like excitement, things to look forward to. I was just kind of like stuck in this middle ground where I was like, well, is it going to get better or are we just going to stay right here? You know what I mean? So now I feel like I do have that a little bit. So I guess it kind of has changed a tad bit, but I don't really know in which sense, aside from like what we've seen in the off season, like people we've brought in, and that's going to be. I'll have a better answer for you. Give me a few weeks into the season.
Of course.
Talk about it more.
Of course.
We don't really have much to go off of, aside from what you said.
Yeah, for sure. There's not much. It was kind of a loaded question, but yeah, there's not much to go off right now. I guess really kind of the one of the things that has bothered a lot of Panthers fans, and I feel like I can speak on behalf of Panther fans, is that he's taken a long time to name starters. For a fact, he just named Icky the starting left tackle, and it's taken weeks and weeks and weeks. And you drafted the guy for a reason, and it's taken you several weeks to now name him the starter. And when this happens, I ask the question, what's more valuable, a guy striving to win out the job, or actually getting the reps to gain the experience to be good at the job? And so that's where I like when I look at and I think about Matt Rule, that's what I'm thinking about. It's like, why would you do that? And again, why are you taking so long to name Baker Mayfield the starter? We know he's going to be the starter. What's taking so long? Like, it's no secret. You're not hiding it from anybody. We all know he's going to be the guy. And so those are the things that kind of irritate me when it comes to Matt Rule, because I feel like, these times right now are so valuable. These reps are so valuable. These guys need to get the chemistry going. And that was a big thing for during the joint practice. We saw a lot of chemistry issues. The quarterbacks weren't connecting. And so now we're seeing that that's a problem. And I don't know if it's, again, I'm not out there. I'm just speaking as a layman fan. I would think that the more opportunities you got, you would be a better apt to perform when it's time. So any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on those couple things about naming starters?
Yeah, I can understand when it comes to Icky, just because he's a rookie. I know we drafted him and all of that, which we know he's going to start, or we would assume he would, being in that position. For that, it made sense to me, because I'm like, he's got to prove himself. You don't want to just throw this guy in and be like, yeah, we know we drafted you, but here you are. Here's your spot, no matter how you perform. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was kind of the standpoint that he was coming from, is more so of like, this guy's new. He's got to make his name in the league, not necessarily in college, and just kind of go from there. As for Baker, I'm not really sure what his thought process was there. It doesn't really make much sense to me, because like you said, given Sam's performance in the past, it would only make sense to start Baker. So I can't speak on that. I don't really know his thought process and what exactly he was thinking, not naming him the starter. Maybe just, I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I can't really think of a valid reasoning of why. But he must have his own ways and his own thought process. He is the coach, and he's ultimately the deciding, person of that. But like from our standpoint, it doesn't really make sense. But maybe he has, I don't know, maybe he has his own reasoning.
He said it. He said we've got we know what we're doing. So we've got a plan, and it's
Yeah.
just weird. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Which goes into the game, right? This is really weird. In week 2, we took away one of the games. Now we're down to 3 preseason games, and he said something really weird, and I don't really know how to take it. And I know we have a lot of injuries. There's a lot of guys that have some soft tissue injuries. But he said, Matt Rule said that we're going to be playing our 2s and 3s more. And which is cool. I think that's a good thing. And he also said that the Patriots were going to be playing their starters. And when you think about last year or the years prior, when we had 4 preseason games, week 3 was the week that everybody played their starters. And essentially week 2 has become week 3. And so I don't really know how this is going to work. And I don't know how to really preview the game, because we're going to see a lot of 2s and 3s, which I think is a good thing, by the way. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. But I just find it interesting that we're going to essentially playing 2s and 3s versus potentially their 1s. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It really is. I mean, I guess it's going to be a battle for sure, but I don't know how it's going to play out. I mean, maybe they'll play them a few series and then put in their 2s and 3s. I don't really know. I didn't hear much about what New England said aside from that they were going to be playing their 1s. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I'm rooting for our 2s and 3s. I mean, hopefully they can pull for us and hang in there. But I guess we'll just have to find out. But that's going to be
we got to find out. Yeah, it's
very different matchup coming from 1s versus 2s and 3s starting out the game. But you never know. We could be happily surprised with how we perform for the 2s.
For sure. For sure. Especially, it'd be good to see Matt Corral, especially because he was not looking great last week. And no fault of his own. He didn't get the reps, and we are big fans of Matt Corral over here. So, and I said during the preview week last week, I said, hey, don't kill him too much, because he's not getting reps at practice. He needs to practice, and he's not getting those reps with the guys, and it certainly showed, because he looked pretty bad.
I did see that.
So hopefully he can turn it around.
I feel like just give him time. And I mean, once he gets reps, and gets more, I feel like Baker's a great mentor for him. I mean, although Sam hasn't performed very well, I mean, Sam has a lot of knowledge of the game, so he's been in the league. So, I mean, both of those guys he can learn from, despite how you feel about either player. I mean, they're both veterans, sort of say. I mean, they've been playing in the league, for sure, Baker. But I just feel like they're going to be great mentors to him, and give him a few years, and he's going to be a great quarterback.
Yeah, Baker is definitely taking him under his wing. You see all the pictures, all the walkouts, they're walking together. He's like tied to his hip, which is pretty cool. Panthers confidential. He's tied. I love it. I think it's great. And we've gone from essentially Matt Corral expectations have gone essentially from being our Russell Wilson to now being our Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers sat for 4 years or whatever the case may be before he got, which is okay. I mean, it's as long as he develops. I just think there were unfair expectations on Matt Corral when he got drafted from a lot of people. A lot of people, when he got drafted round 3, they were like, oh, he's going to be a starter. And I was like, pump the brakes. And now we're here because we have Baker Mayfield. So a couple things, injuries. We got a couple injuries. Terrace Marshall injured again. Man, I hope it's tough, man, because I love Terrace Marshall. And I'm a huge fan of Terrace Marshall. He's injured. Robbie Anderson, he's got a quad. So there's a lot of soft tissue things going on. Bradley Bozeman was one of the bigger losses, 1 to 2 weeks, some sort of a lower leg injury. Not sure what's going on there. So, last week we talked about guys being healthy, and now we're here with a bunch of guys banged up. So it happens. It's the name of the game.
I know. I was going to say that's football for you. I mean, every season never fails. I think it's 100% injury rate in the league. So, I mean, it's inevitable that these guys are going to get hurt at one point or another in their career. It's just a matter of when. But it always stinks, injuries, and especially big name players like Bozeman's big. But I mean, thankfully, it could have been a lot worse. 2 to 3 weeks isn't as bad as what a lot of people were expecting it to be. I mean, given the reports that we saw, which wasn't very much, just the fact that he was slow to get up and had to be carted off the field. But hopefully, I mean, nothing season ending yet, right, that we've heard of. So
nothing. Oh. The only question mark is Shaq. We haven't really heard too much from him. I know he was working out before the game last week and running around, and he's still on the pup. So hopefully he can come off the pup. That's a bigger injury. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
He'll be good. Just a little bit more time. I mean, that if he's out there running and still working out and doing all those things, it's just like a matter of when, not necessarily like he will be back this season, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Shaq is a veteran. He knows the system. So I'm not concerned about his injury at all. Hopefully he'll be 100% when he comes out. So really quickly, let's talk about the joint practices though, because there's been a lot going on. We've gone to fisticuffs both days, and what are your thoughts on it? Because you can look at that from two ways. You can look at it from, hey, Matt can't control his guys, or whoever, Belichick can't, whoever you want to put the blame on. They can't control their players. Or you can look at it that, and this is how I look at it personally. I like it. I love the chippiness, and we're not being pushed over. Because I remember last year when we went to the Colts, and they kind of pushed us around that first practice, and then we kind of came back the next practice, and we were like, we were ready to go. And I feel like, to me, we talk about this quote unquote brand from Matt Rule all the time, and I wonder if this is part of the brand, right? Because we've never seen this before. I would love this for this. No nonsense. We're not going to take any of your crap. You knock down Christian McCaffrey, it's on. Like, I love it. I love this. What are your thoughts on this?
No, I wouldn't put it on the coaches at all. I think it shows toughness. It's like you're not going to walk all over us. You're not going to, push us around. Just like you said, I felt the exact same way. I mean, it shows that they're putting up their guard, and if they get walked on, they're not going to put up with it. And it also shows, like, I think Christian had mentioned something. It shows like how much his guys care about him. And I think that shows for the team as a whole, is that if one guy's affected, they all join in. It's like, you're not going to mess with my brother, really. Like, that's the mentality they go in with it as. And I respect that for sure. It's like, it's not like they're going out there and just like wanting to start fights just to do so. That's not the case. It's more of they're standing up for themselves, and I respect that. So.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I a good fight every now and long as nobody's getting hurt, I'm cool with a couple of punches being thrown just to kind of stand your ground. And I think that was the case. I think shout out to Dennis Daly, man. Dennis Daly was one of the guys that definitely took somebody down today. I kind of wish he would have brought that energy to when he had the opportunity to start. But I digress. One guy that's out there that got kicked out of practices twice, Kenny Robinson. It's interesting with him, man. Any thoughts on Kenny Robinson getting kicked out of practice twice?
Yeah, I read a lot of tweets from different reporters, and I saw that they said that he stood over the guy. And I saw that he came back and said that's absolutely not true. And I mean, I feel like he doesn't have reason to lie. Although I wasn't there, I didn't physically see it, witness it with my own two eyes. I don't know. I can't speak on it because, like I said, I didn't see it. I don't really know if he did do that, and if he did, that's bad. I mean, it's awful. I mean, if the guy was injured, he got a concussion, I guess, from it. But I don't know. I don't know if I can really speak on it because I didn't see it. So, I mean, it's crazy back-to-back times for him. So, I mean, it kind of seems like it might have been a little bit of him, but I can't speak on it again because I don't know.
Yeah, it's really weird. Matt Rule said that he stood over the guy, and he said him standing over the guy could affect his livelihood, which was I don't know if he meant the hit could affect his livelihood.
I didn't catch Rule that he said that. Rule said that about it?
Yeah, he said that. He said Kenny Robinson standing over a guy could affect his livelihood, which doesn't make. I'm hoping that he meant him, hitting the guy, and if he because he ended up with a concussion. Maybe that's what he meant, but because Matt Rule sometimes is funny with his words.
You're hoping he didn't mean it in a sense of like it could affect his job.
Yeah, like I don't know how he meant it. I don't know how he said it. I don't know, but that's what he said. That's what he said. So I don't know how to take that from him, but it's really weird that he said that. And I don't think it's going to affect Kenny Robinson's job. I think Kenny Robinson, we cut him. I think last year, brought him back. And I think he was in line. I think he's in line to kind of grab one of those jobs, especially with the cut of Westry. I think that was one of those guys that could have had him on the bubble. But I think now that he's gone, I think Kenny Robinson is a lot. I think he's getting better. I like Kenny Robinson, and he does have that. If you go back to his USFL or XFL days, he kind of brought those hits. So he's that's tough. His personality. Yeah, he's a tough kid
for sure.
He's a tough kid. Kid. So. One other question I had, not in regards to the game. I do want to get your overall thoughts of the game. I know you got a time crunch, but one thought I do want to get from you in regards to Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron sent out a tweet. Who is a former? He used to play for the Lions, tight end. I think he played for the Giants for a little bit too. And we have some injuries because Tommy Tremble, I don't think he practiced today. There's, Ian Thomas dealing with the ribs. Eric Ebron says he wants to bring him back home because I think he went to UNC. And Eric Ebron, he had some nice times with the Lions. What are your thoughts on that? Any thoughts on Eric Ebron?
Bringing him here?
Yeah, bringing him here.
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, we're struggling right there in that position right now. Bad, not just struggling, like struggling. Right. So I don't think it would be a bad idea, to be honest. I'm not super familiar with his game and the way that he plays. I know the name, but I'm not very up to date with like how well he did and how he did play when he was with, you said, was with the Lions. But I mean, we need depth in that position with all the injuries that we had. And like, I don't know what's wrong with Tommy. I did see that he didn't practice today, so I'm hoping that's nothing serious. But I mean, where we're at right now, I feel like the more help, the better with the situation that we're currently in,
I agree. I think, I think he would bring something to the table that we just don't have. I think, well, let me say we don't have. I think our tight ends weren't utilized in the best way prior to McAdoo get here. And what I did see during training camp was our tight ends getting involved. And to bring a guy like Eric Ebron, he's got a lot of potential. It's frustrating watching him because he had a great season. I don't know what year it was. He had a really good season. And then he's bounced across the leagues with the Lions. He played with the Colts for a couple of years, with the Steelers for a couple of years. He made the Pro Bowl in 2018. So the guy, he has it in him.
He has the potential.
I don't think he has potential, but I just don't know. It's frustrating watching him. And I think he does want to come here, obviously, to come back home. Yeah, I'm confirming he did go to UNC. So I think let me see how old he is. I think he's relatively young, 29 years old. So
he still has some years in him.
He's got some stuff. He's got some years. I think it's probably 3 or 4 years in him, and I think he could provide a receiving threat that we just haven't had here. And I think he would be a huge boost to that room because after you get past Ian and Tommy, all due respect to Colin Thompson, Colin Thompson's a great person, by the way. I love him, but that's not really what we need a little bit. We need some dogs in there. So I agree with you. I think he would add a huge boost to that room.
Yeah, bring him in. I mean, why not try it out?
Yeah, you can't hurt it, right? Yeah, we can't hurt it all. Can't hurt it all.
Yeah.
All right, so let's roll back to the game. Let's talk about the game real quick, and with us, knowing that we're going to be starting the 2s and 3s potentially. We'll probably won't see much Baker Mayfield. Probably won't see much of the 1s. Kind of, what are you looking? Give me like the top couple of things that you're looking for in regards to the Panthers. Like, I'll kick it off. For example, I want to see, no matter who the 1s or whatever, I still want to see Icky get some reps. I still want to see him get.
That was one of my things.
Yeah. My bad.
No, you're good.
So I still want to see Icky get in there and get some reps because I believe they're important at left tackle. Get him in there. Get him. He's got to feel the hits. Because I think he played well. I think he played well in the Commanders game, and he just needs to keep compounding those games. Good game after good game after good game. I think he's going to be great. So I'll kick it to you. I don't want to take your next one. I'll kick it to you for your next top thing you're looking for when watching this Patriots game.
No, yeah. So Icky was my number one because I'm eager to see how he develops. So I just want to see him keep getting more reps, and then so we can actually see him play. So number one, looking forward to Icky. Second, I'm curious to see how the offensive line is going to hold together, like as a whole with the 2s and 3s. It'll be good to see, but I also want to see the quarterback situation and how that all plays out. Because we do have 4 quarterbacks right now, so we'll see PJ and Sam. I don't know if we'll see Sam, PJ and Matt. I don't know if do you think we'll see Sam at all? I don't think we will, but I think for sure Matt and PJ.
I think you'll see Sam. I think Sam will probably. I think he'll start. I think Sam will get the start. And I think that PJ will take less reps than he took last game. I think Matt's kind of feeling the heat on that because I think they're doing PJ a solid, trying to get him a look because I don't think he's going to end up on the roster. I think he'll, he's putting up some film for another team. And that's just my opinion. I think worst case scenario for him is that he come, not for us, because I think it's a good case if he comes back to the Panthers on the practice squad. But for him, best case scenario is him landing on another team. I think we'll see a lot more of Matt Corral. I think Matt Corral will probably play the whole second half. And I think that'll be a big boost to him. He needs it. He needs to
He
bounce
does.
back for his confidence. I don't want him destroyed. And that was my biggest fear, is him, being it gets in his head and he thinks he can't do it. And then, it kind of manifests and it just ruins his entire career. So he needs to put a game together.
He does. And the confidence is obviously lacking because, he's new. He's a rookie. And I feel like as long as he continues to get more reps and see more playing time, he's going to develop. His confidence will build. He'll be a much better player in the league. So I'm excited to see how he does. However, I don't know how it's going to go if they're – probably in the second they won't be playing their ones. But I was just going to be saying, can you imagine?
Hopefully.
Can you imagine Matt Corral versus their ones?
No, we don't want to see that. Not yet. We don't want to set Matt up for more failure.
We don't want to say that. That'll be a definitely a downer for his confidence. We don't want to do that. Because he has he's got a bright future ahead of him, so I'm excited to see how he's going to be. He's going to be great. Just give him a few years.
He is going to be good. Anything on the defensive side of the ball? We talked a lot about the offensive side. Anything on the defensive side of the ball that you want to see in particular?
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like we have solid 2s and 3s on the defensive line. I've always thought our defense has been solid. I may be a little biased about the defensive line.
I was going to say.
I may be a little bit biased, but no, truly, I feel like we have a lot of potential. And we have for the past few seasons with the defensive line. And I'm really excited to see the 2s and 3s. I think they're going to show out. I'm just going to leave it at that. And I am always excited to watch them. But I think it's gonna be a good time to see all of them show out because this is their time to shine. It's no better time than the preseason to show out. So
agreed, 1,000%. And I think that we got to bounce back from a little bit from last week because I think our pass rush was a little lacking last week, and so I would want to see them come out there and make a statement. Again, we don't have to land sacks per se, but I would like to see those pressures jump up a little bit more. Because again, those will lead to turnovers. And I think the defense did a great job. I think we did Hal kind of got off on us a little bit in the second. He was scrambling around, and just some of those things you can't simulate. But I think the defense, again, good job. I think the secondary is going to be great. And I was concerned about our defense. I'm not going to lie. Coming into the season, I was a little bit concerned about our defense just because I felt like Hassan Reddick was a big loss. And I thought we were going to take a little bit of a step back, but I really think that I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with what I see from this defense is they're really getting after it and they're making an effort to turn the ball over. Because our defense was good, but they weren't really creating those turnovers. And I think that's a big focus this year. So I'm hopeful that we continue to turn the ball over.
We will. It's gonna be a good season. I'm telling you, I feel it. I've been feeling it for the last few months. I just feel it. This is gonna be a good year for us, and I'm confident in saying that. I was just gonna say, okay. So I know you got to get out of here. So just final thoughts on the season. Like, are you a prediction person? Do you want to throw anything? Okay, I'm not a prediction person. I'm not going to give you a record prediction of what I think we're going to go. I just never have been. I can for sure say that I truly believe that it's going to be an improvement from last season. It will be all around. I hope, fingers crossed, coaching, everything, just the team as a whole, improvement. And that's where we need to be. As long as we I know we all want a Super Bowl ultimately, but as long as we make small improvements over the years, it's going to continue to grow the organization and become great, eventually. It's just baby steps right now,
Yeah, no, I agree because I have the same feeling. It's hard to kind of quantify and put into words, but I do have a good feeling about, again, the coaching. I think Matt Rule being surrounded by good coaches, I think is going to help him tremendously. And I've always said, this is something I've always said, even going back to last year and years prior, it's never been a personnel problem. I think we have the guys to get it done. It's just a matter of getting the coaches right. And I feel like, now that Matt Rule surrounds himself with some good coaches, I think it's going to be a really, really good season. So I second
yourself with greatness and you'll be great. That's what I say.
That's true. So that being said, I know you got to get out of here. I'm still going to hang out, but I don't want to get you out of here because I want to respect your time. So once again, thank you for coming by. You're welcome to come back anytime. And congratulations on everything because you have a lot going on. So congrats.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll be back soon.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for dropping by. All right.
Bye.
All right. So that was Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. She is formerly of the Charlotte Vibe and is now doing a lot of different things. She's got a new job She's engaged. She's great. She's a good person. Met her personally a couple of times. Just a good human being. And if you don't know, I won't put her business out there, but she is engaged to one of the players. And so, she's really good people. And like I said, she's really good, really good knowledge on the game. Like you could just hear her talking. She really knows. She's in tune with what's going on. So she's dope. She's dope. So that being said, let's talk about a couple more things because I want to dive into a few more things. I want to dive a little bit deeper into the Baker Mayfield situation and us playing R2s. Yes, my guy BZ had a day. Yes, he did. The guy BZ had a day. Y'all go ahead and check it out on the on the highlight video I posted. BZ had a great day. Great day. Can Baker lead the Panthers to the playoffs? Yes, I think he can. I think he can. I think he can most certainly lead us to the playoffs. You know what? I am going to open the phone lines. Give me a second. Since Dave's not on the joint, I'm gonna go ahead and open the phone lines for about 30 minutes. That's a great idea, Grandizer. Give me a second. Let me put this banner up. Hopefully, I can do it. Maybe did our phone line get shut down? I think it might have for not getting used. Give me a second to see if it's still available. One second. I'm gonna open up the phone lines for a second. If I can. Oh, and don't mind my backdrop. Don't mind my backdrop. I'm getting my my situation right. Get my situation right. It's gonna be dope once I get it set up. You can see the start of it with my PSL flag. PSL flag right there. That's just the start. Stay tuned. It's gonna be lit. All the sign stuff I got gonna be sitting behind me, helmets and all that good stuff. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. They took my number. I'm gonna have to get a new number, y'all. Give me 1 second. One second. Get this phone lines open up real quick. One second. I might have to just add. I might just open up the stream. Give me because it's gonna be. I'm not gonna open the phone lines. I'm gonna add y'all to the stream. Give me 1 second. It's gonna be easier that way. So I don't have a phone line yet. They took my old one. It was unused. Of course, I gotta do all this crap. Jeez, they killing me, bro. I do like 2-step verification on everything. One second, y'all. I'm gonna pin it at the top. All right, so if you want to join the stream, I'm going to pin this to the top because I can't open the phone lines. I don't have a phone number yet. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. CMC's looking good, bro. CMC looking good. If you want to join me on the stream real quick, man, click that link and I'll let you in. We'll take a couple questions and we'll go from there. Yeah, man, I think we're gonna be good to go. We're gonna be good to go. Let's see. I'm rolling through the chat. When's the next giveaway? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to give away. Maybe we'll do one Friday. I don't know. Join us on the live stream. You never know. You never know. We are live streaming the game on Saturday. On Friday. So we'll be coming through. I don't know if Dave gonna be outside. We got to check. Dave is currently under the weather, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I pinned the invite. So if you want to hop on the stream, ask a couple questions, come through, and we can make that thing happen. But yeah, man, just like I was saying earlier with Lauren on the stream, here we go. We got Keep Pounding 252 in the building. What's good, bro? What's going on with you, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yep, sound good.
Look, man, love the stream. I got a question for you, though. Look, I liked how Brady was looking at left tackle last season. Icky's the guy. I get it, right? We all want Icky. I want Icky. But what's the deal with Christensen? Did we like him at left guard? Because he wasn't really it last year.
Yeah, no, I mean, we talked a little bit about that on Monday. Yeah, so him at guard, I don't think he's not a better guard. I mean, the stats speak for themselves, right? He's better at tackle than he is guard. And He's going to have to fight essentially for the left guard spots between him and Michael Jordan. I think that depending on what you're looking for, I think Christensen is better. But that I don't think he's better if you're looking at it from a pass protection standpoint. If you're talking about ground and pound football, that's Michael Jordan. So it's going to be a combination. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
I get it. And look, I'm looking for pass protection. That's where I'm standing, man. I feel like over the years, and I haven't looked at the PFF numbers, but I mean, I feel like our Achilles heel for the past, decade has been pass protection, right? I mean, that's all I care about at this point, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
is pass protection. And Icky's the guy at left tackle, but he's a run blocker. I think he can develop. But man, I'm kind of concerned about that left guard. It's the only spot. And look, I agree. I know you guys have hit on it over the years. Not over the years, but over the past couple of weeks of how we've had one good offensive lineman. We have probably four now, right? We're probably 80%. But I'm really worried about that left guard spot. That's really it. I know you probably got to go to other people, but I do want to say I liked what you guys talked about Eric Ebron. He did play for Carolina. I remember watching him in college. I believe he was a late first-round draft pick to Detroit.
Yeah, he was.
I think he's comparable to O.J. Howard. I think that he could do a lot of that kind of stuff in the pass catch. He's not a Greg Olsen, but I think he's a much better pass catcher than what we've got right now. And Ian Thomas and Tommy Tremble. I like Tommy Tremble a lot. I want to see more of him. I don't like what we did with Ian Thomas this year. I don't like the extension. I'm going to be honest. I know people like the extension.
Yeah.
I don't like the extension. I think we overpaid. I don't think he was all that coming out of Indiana. I was hyped when we drafted him out of Indiana. I don't think he's lived up. I hope Tommy Tremble can live up when we got him out of Notre Dame. But I'm going to be honest. I'm a huge Panthers fan. I'm a diehard. I hadn't considered Ebron until you guys brought it up just now. And now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, dang, that would be nice.
It's funny. He entered himself in the conversation. He retweeted a post from Joe Person saying, "Bring me home." So he's the one that entered himself into the conversation.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, he wants to be here. So when you got a guy that wants to be here, that comes with discounts. That comes with a lot of things. He's from here. So when you get those type of guys that want to come back, that comes with a lot of bonuses. So I like Ebron. I think, again, he's a former Pro Bowler. He's got potential. He's still young. I don't know why it didn't work out for whatever reason, where the other places he was at, but there's something there that you can unlock. And I think, again, I'm telling y'all, I've been at training camp. I've seen the concentrated effort to get the football to the tight ends. I've seen it with my own two eyes. And so for him, I think it would be a great opportunity if we have some guys, but especially if that rib injury, that's not going to be a quick comeback. I think that could linger. So for Ian Thomas, so you never know.
We'd have to get that discount though, because we have so much money invested now in that tight end room. I mean, not so much, but I mean with Ian Thomas,
I wouldn't say so much.
That not so much, right? I think I might have misspoke, but we signed Ian Thomas that extension. I mean, we've got Tommy Tremble in the wings. We haven't really utilized the tight end in a way since Greg Olsen left, right? Since the Ron Rivera era. Matt Rule's offenses don't tend to use the tight end quite as much. I don't really know what McAdoo's. I haven't seen really how he used. I know he had Evan Ingram up in when he was the head coach with the Giants. I don't know, but it's a good point. Long story short, I liked what you guys were talking about with Ebron. Now I've got my gears turning.
Yep. I think it should happen. I think we've got the money to do it. We've got like 20 million plus in cap. It's going to be a cheap 1 year prove it deal. He wants to be here. So I think it's going to be it's just a matter of getting it done. So I think it could get done. But yeah, just going back to what you were saying earlier about the offensive line. Listen, we got to figure it out. I think Christensen is going to end up being the starter at left guard. I'll say this. It's going to depend on what we want to do with the football. Are we going to be a run, ground, and pound team? Because I think that's what we're going to be. I think we're going to be a run-first team. And does that fit what you have personnel-wise? And so you remember Matt Rule saying, I want to run the football. I want to run the football. I want to run the football. That's why Michael Jordan was in the game, right? And so, again, when your personnel is not fitting what you want to do on offense, you're going to have an issue. And so hopefully we'll figure it out. I don't know. Hopefully we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, I totally agree. I don't care if it's Michael Jordan, if it's Pat Elflein, if it's great Brady Christensen. As long as we're winning football games, I'm shooting for a wild card spot at this point.
Right.
So
I agree. I think we should be in conversation for a wild card spot for sure. All right, let me grab another guy who's waiting in the wings here. I appreciate you coming on, man. Good call. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yep. All right, YJ, what's good, man?
Hey, what's good, bro? How you been?
What's up?
I just want to say Baker Mayfield is an elite quarterback. He will lead the Panthers to the playoffs. Most likely the wild card spot, but he might win them the first game since Cam Newton was there. And people are underestimating him just because he got cut by the Browns. Actually, what should I say? The Cleveland Clowns. They made the biggest mistake in their franchise. This dude won them their first playoff game. I'm telling you, Baker Mayfield's a dog. He's gonna lead them to the playoffs.
Let's tweak that wording a little bit. I don't think he's an elite quarterback, because I think elite is reserved for the likes of Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes and then guys like that. I wouldn't say Baker is elite. I think he is a vast improvement over what we've seen over the past couple of years. I'll say that, and I do think he can lead us to the playoffs. I do think given what's around him, given the coaching that's here, I think we could, definitely make the playoff run. So I mean, I think Panther fans should be excited. We've seen, especially on that first drive we saw against the Commanders. I like what I saw, man. Again, just willing to be able to make the throws, push the football. That's what I like to see, man. Take the chances. And then give your guys an opportunity to make a play on the football. And so that's what Baker Mayfield is doing. As long as he continues to do that, I think we're in good cover. We're in good company with Baker. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's elite though. That's tough.
He's top 12 when healthy. You last seen it. He took the Cleveland Browns as a raw rookie. He won them 7 games with nobody, and they never won a game.
No, that ain't true. He had people, bro. He had people.
As a rookie, who do you have?
He had people, bro. He had some help.
We're gonna see this year.
We'll see, but he's not elite though. Top 12 might be a stretch. I think top 15, top 16. I think he's right about average in the league, bro. I think let's not sell Panther Nation some let's not overhype him too much. Let's not overhype him too much.
We gotta wait and see. And also one more thing, people mistake his like dog character and like competitiveness for arrogance.
Yeah.
You agree? He's a really good leader. People think he's not a good leader. But
no, I agree there. And I'm gonna take it a step further and say that I was one of those people that said, yo, I don't like Baker's attitude. I don't think he's good for the Panthers. I didn't want him here. I was one of those guys. But what I'm seeing right now from Baker, yo, that's all like cap. I think he's really a really good leader. I think the people want, and the guys that play with him want to play with him. And I feel like he's definitely a great teammate. You can see what he's doing with Matt Corral, coaching him up. Matt Corral's been tied to Baker Mayfield's hip, bro. So I really think he's gonna be I think it's good for the Panthers right now. I think he's what the Panthers need for sure.
Exactly, bro. It's the media that made this narrative. The guy's a good leader. He's competitive. He's passionate. Like he's a dog. He rides for his teammates.
No, I agree.
He's arrogant. Nah, man. He's just passionate, bro.
No, I agree. I agree. I was one of those guys, man. I definitely didn't want him. I didn't want him, bro. But now that he's one of us, like I can see why people defended him and why people like him, because he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We got to wait and see. Again, it's going to be a long 18-week season. He's got to do it at week in and week out. And again, to me, it's not a matter. And I say it again. I said it once. I say it 1,000 times. It's not the personnel. It's the coaching. Can the coaching get the best out of Baker and company? We'll see. All right, I got another call. I got to move on, bro. I appreciate you chiming in. Though. You got to come off the elite, though. You got to come off the elite word. He ain't elite, though. He's good, but he ain't elite. All right, man. Desi, what up?
Yo, what's going on, B?
What's good, fam?
No, I just wanted to get your thoughts about our secondary, man. You think they're gonna be elite this year?
Top 5. I've been saying it. I stand by it. As long as they stay healthy, bro, it's top 5 secondary in the league. J.C. Horn is a dog. I know they manage him. He's not getting a lot of reps right now. But hopefully he's back. He's healthy week 1. C.J. Henderson, y'all know how I feel about C.J. Henderson. If you've been watching this joint, yo, I love the trade. Love C.J. Henderson. He's going to be great. He's having a great camp, a great offseason. He's locking up everybody. Dante Jackson, solid. Jeremy Chin, Xavier Woods, bro. I'm telling you, this secondary is a problem, bro. Top 5 in the league. I'm telling y'all right now, man. Top 5 in the league. I'm standing by it, and that's what it is.
So who would you have on the outside? I was thinking to myself, have JC and CJ on the outside, maybe put DJ at nickel just because he's so fast. I was thinking, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I think if you look at how JC is used, JC is typically in the slot. Like he plays a lot in the slot. I know people think he's an outside, he plays a lot outside, but he lines up in the slot a lot. So you might see CJ and Dante outside. You might see it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter who plays outside, to be honest with you. It's all about matchups. Where are they lining up their guys? If Michael Thomas is lined up in the slot, you're going to want J.C. Horn in the slot, right? So it doesn't really matter where they line up unless we're playing, because I think we're going to be able to play man-to-man. I think that's what they want to do. They want to play man-to-man. That's why they got these cornerbacks. That's why they went out and got J.C. Horn. That's why they got C.J. Henderson to play man-to-man, to be able to match up with anybody.
Yeah,
and so I don't think it really matters.
I know a few years ago playing man-to-man, that was like out the question a few years ago. But I'm glad. I'm like what Eric Snow's doing with this defense.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Phil's he gonna be a problem, man. I think again the secondaries, and then you got Steve Wilkes back there. Steve Wilkes coaching them dudes up. I think that's the best move. And then I forgot. You're right. I forgot about Keith Taylor, who's back healthy.
Yeah,
Keith Taylor, another matchup problem. Yeah. 6'3", 200 some pounds. We can match up with anybody. I don't care who you got. Michael Thomas. You got all these cats. Yo, we can match up with all them dudes. You got a quick slot guy. Oh, yeah. you got a Chris Olave. Oh, yeah. We could just put Dante. Yo, I'm telling you, we can match up with. Look at the receivers in the South. You got Drake London. Oh, he'll get seatbelt. He'll get strapped up. We don't care. It don't matter who you put. Kyle Pitts. It don't matter. You put Kyle Pitts in the slot. J.C. Horn gonna lock him up. It don't matter, bro.
Especially with this Julio pickup. Yeah, I like our squad.
Yo, I'm telling you, secondary is the strength of this defense. It's gonna help the pass rush. And yo, I'm telling you, I'm excited. But I got another call I got to get to, man. Appreciate it. I think it was a good question, though. Appreciate that.
All right, man.
Yep. All right, bro. What's good, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Work? You at work, bro? What's popping, man?
You know I'm at work, but I'm chilling though. I watch y'all every time. Look, let me ask you a question. Do you really think that after this game Friday, the Patriots and stuff like that, do you really think that Matt Rule gonna name Baker the number one? You think he's gonna really do that after this game, or you think he's gonna keep the confusion going?
Honestly, I don't know when he's gonna do it. I don't know when he's gonna do it. He got a plan. He said he's gonna do it whenever he do it. It doesn't really matter when he do it. We all know that Baker Mayfield is gonna be the starting quarterback. It makes no sense for you to start Sam Darnold, or even consider thinking about starting Sam Darnold. And again, going up against his former team in the Cleveland Browns, bro, it's the makings of blood and guts, right? So Baker Mayfield is going to get the start week 1 against the Browns. I don't know what's taking so long. Again, we just spoke with Lauren. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when he's going to do it, but he needs to go ahead and do it, man. Just I don't know. Like, drawing it out makes no sense. What sense does it make?
It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me at all, because like I told my man at work, I said, you know what? Everybody knows for what Sam Darnold did last year, 5-12. I don't want to see that again. We haven't seen that in a while. I don't want to see that again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, why bring Baker in if you're not going to start him? You talking about you want to have a quarterback competition to try to string them along, and like they were saying on Skip and Shannon, man, they was like, okay, you're not giving this man reps with the ones like you really needed, you know, to get this, to get everything going, you know, as far as, you know, connectivity and stuff like that. You're not letting everybody, you're not letting them get like you need to be with his timing and stuff, man. You're giving them half a day. You might give them ones and you put them on the twos, and then you do Sam the same way. It's a lot of confusion, and you know Sam ain't gonna be the starter. I guess they're trying to make him feel better. No, they're trying to make him feel better, I guess.
And that's the only thing I can think about, or that's the only reason I can think of, is that they're trying to protect Sam's feelings. And that's a great point, because that's all they've been doing for the past year, is trying to protect Sam Darnold and his feelings. Like, nobody gives a damn about Sam Darnold's feelings. Give me these W's, bro. I don't care about Sam Darnold and his feelings. So I think you're right. I think that's the only reason, is to protect Sam Darnold's feelings and thinking he has a chance to start and he has a chance to earn it. And that's, again, I'm not about these games, bro. Like, I'm not about these. Oh, and I saw somebody here in the chat earlier saying, yo, Icky, he got to earn it. Bro, you drafted him 6th overall.
Yeah.
He earned it in college. He earned that when he got drafted 6th overall. You give him all the reps to get comfortable. You don't look at what all the other guys around the league are doing. Look at what Evan Neal, Charles Cross, all these guys, when they let them start and they getting the reps. That's what's more important, is getting the reps.
Exactly.
So
I appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. I need to hear it from you, because it was in my mind. I'm sitting there like, look at this mess. I looked at the press conference today, and they was asking him. He said, no, we hadn't still decided yet. I'm like, come on, dude. You know what you're doing.
They know what they do.
But I appreciate you, Shad, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the call.
Thank you, bro. All right.
Yep. Manga, what's good, bro?
Hey, man. How's it going?
I'm hanging in there, man. What's popping?
Hey, I ain't got nothing for you, man. I just want to say, hey, big fan. You know, I tune in every Monday. Whenever you guys go live, I hop on. So I just want to say I appreciate everything you and Dave do. Dave, get well. And that's all I got for you, man. Just keep pounding.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Keep pounding, bro.
No problem.
Yep. So I'm gonna hang out for about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna drop off, and I gotta go to bed. But yeah, man. Again, I think this was I think with this Friday, I think it's gonna be a little telling. I think you'll see Sam Darnold a lot. You probably won't see Baker, if at all, because Baker he's a starter, right? And so Baker is going to probably chill. You're not going to see C-Mac. You're not going to see probably Robbie Anderson. All these guys that got soft tissue injuries. And again, it probably was because we got a lot of injuries. But why do we have a lot of injuries? Maybe because they're not getting a lot of reps. Their bodies aren't used to all the contact. And again, there's one way to think about it, right? There's two ways to think about it. You don't give the guys the opportunities to to save them up to prevent injuries. And then when they get out there and then it's week 1, dude's going to get banged up and their body's not used to it, right? Or you could just get them out there, get them the reps and let their bodies adjust. And so I'm not a scientist. I don't know the science behind it, but I feel like, just saving guys is not going to help anything. I feel like you got to get them out there and get the reps. They got to get comfortable. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion with it. So anything else? We got time for a few more calls. And yeah, Dave is sick right now, so hopefully he'll be back by Friday and 100%. But yeah, he probably sleep. He knocked out. He ain't responded to none of my texts. So that boy probably knocked out. Y'all know how Dave fall asleep quick. Filson. Yeah. But man, so yeah, that's just my thoughts. Anything else I can close it out now if ain't nobody gonna jump back in. I can close it out now. Any other questions? Any questions or comments? You can post them in the chat. I'll address them. Hey, y'all like my new setup? Yeah, I'm not streaming the game, but I'll be streaming my live reaction to the game. So I'll be streaming during the game. Yes, to answer the question. My man Ty, what's good, bro? I'm not streaming the game.
Hey man, can you hear me?
What's it? You sound good, bro. What's good?
Hey, so I got a question for you. Who rounds out our wide receivers, man? So we got push your BZ bias to the side. You think BZ makes a team, or you think Andre Roberts steals that punt returner?
So it depends how many you think we taking or we keeping. We kept 7 before. You don't think we'll do it again?
We might, but we're a little short at tight end. Maybe we have an extra tight end, or put in maybe Brandon Smith makes a team.
You said maybe Brandon Smith made the team?
Yeah, isn't he on the edge right now? Like teetering whether or not he makes it.
Who? Brandon? You talking about Brandon Smith, the linebacker?
Yeah.
Nah, he's making the team. He just got drafted. He's definitely making the team.
Okay.
But it's for the wide receivers. I think you got 6. I think you got some locks. Let's go through the locks. You got DJ, you got Terrace, you got Robbie. Those are the 3 locks. There's no question about that. And then you talk about the special teams contributors, right? This is why we think Brandon Zilch is so valuable, because he can play special teams. He does it all. I think he's a lock, personally. You saw his catch today. I think he's a super underrated wide receiver. All BZ bias aside, y'all know I love Brandon Zilch. Pushing all my bias to the side, he is a not great. Excuse me. I told dude he got to tone his word usage down. I'm gonna tone mine down. He's a good wide receiver. He's a good wide receiver, a super underrated wide receiver as well. And then who else you got? You got Shy Smith, who is clocking in right now. CJ Saunders went down. Shy Smith is cooking. Okay, so Shy Smith, I think, is going to make the team. All right. So then you talk about the last couple. You got Higgins, who I think is going to make the team. Higgins is definitely making the team because of the Baker Mayfield connection.
Oh, sure.
So Higgins, so that's 6 right there. That's 6 that I think are locks. Then this is where it gets uncomfortable, because Andre Roberts could get cut if they like Shy Smith at returning kicks. I don't know if that's going to happen. Andre Roberts is a great punt returner. He could be the 7th guy, right? He could be the 7th guy. CJ Saunders right now is hurt. I could see him getting cut, whatever, go to IR and then make it back to the practice squad. Again, if somebody wants to roster or picks up CJ Saunders, he has to go to the active roster first. So that's why I think he's going to clear waivers, because he'll be injured, right? So I think he's going to go to IR. And then at some point, you could see CJ Saunders get activated and take a spot from somebody. But CJ Saunders was on track to get somebody booted. And whether he's legitimately hurt or not, I don't know. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories. But CJ Saunders was about to take somebody's spot. And it could have been Roberts. It could have been Shy Smith, because Shy Smith was pretty quiet until Saunders went down. But I think those are your guys. I think when it's all said and done, we're going to keep 7. I think it's going to be Robbie, DJ, Marshall, BZ, Higgins. Who else? Who am I missing? Shot Smith, and then Roberts. I think that'd be the 7. And I think what's going to happen is one of the tight ends. We're not going to keep as many tight ends as we kept. We kept 5 tight ends last year or something like that. We're not doing that again.
Yeah.
So
cool. Thanks, brother.
Yep. Why Big Jordan? What's good, bro?
What's up? What's up, Shot?
Man, I'm hanging in there, bro. I see your channel too, man. I see you outside.
All right. I just see get stuff on Twitter. But I appreciate you talking.
I see you outside, man. I see you outside, man. Everybody go sub about Why Big Jordan, man. He got some stuff popping over there, man.
I really appreciate that, bro. Now can we talk about the GOAT?
Anytime, bro. The GOAT? Who's the GOAT?
Who's the GOAT? Your name right there, Matt Corral.
Okay, well, let's talk about him.
What did you see from him in that last preseason game? Because I saw 2 bad passes to Jared Scott. I feel like the swing pass was a miss, but the pass towards like the sideline, it was high. It should have been more towards the sideline. But I saw that Charleston Rambo pass it wasn't on him. Did you see that? Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. So again, I think that with Matt Corral, if you look a little bit past the surface, just the throws and the catches, he looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He didn't look comfortable back, and for whatever reason, whether it's the offensive line and whether it's not having the reps, he didn't look comfortable. He looked very unsettled. And again, he just needs more time, bro. He needs more time, more reps. And I think you'll see a better Matt Corral on Friday, bro. I really feel like he'll bounce back. But yeah, it didn't look good. But at the end of the day, what you can't take away from him is that he's 1-0 in game-winning drives. So you can't take that away from him. So it is what it is.
How long could you wait for him, like for him to like be the guy?
Well, I think that greatly depends on what you're gonna do with Baker next year, right? So it depends if Baker balls out, gets extended for maybe 2 or 3 years. I can wait forever. If he's gonna be the guy, like if he's gonna be properly developed, I can wait 3-4 years. Like as long as there's somebody good. Like if Baker plays well, I can wait for Matt Corral to turn the reins over him year 3 or 4 down the road. I can wait, but the problem is that we've been so wishy-washy with these quarterbacks, and and by the time we make a decision, it's too late. Then you force somebody out there that ain't supposed to be out there. So that's my worry with Matt Corral is that they you see what they're doing to him right now because the focus is not on him. Yeah, the focus is not on Matt Corral. But what's going to happen is, let's say Baker Mayfield sucks, right? Let's say he's trash. Let's say hypothetically Baker Mayfield is trash next year. What's going to happen is your attention has been on finding a starter in Baker Mayfield. You haven't been properly developing Matt Corral. So what's going to happen next year when you need Matt Corral? Well, you ain't putting nothing in him.
Exactly.
Pause. You ain't to develop the guy. So that's my biggest fear. So I think at the end of the day, Panthers fans, we just gonna have to wait on Matt, bro. We're gonna have to wait a couple, 2 or 3 years, and I think just let him develop. And I think he's got the tools, bro. I've seen it. He's got the tools. He's got a good arm. He's all the tools to be successful in this league.
But we
just gotta wait on it.
They said I was watching a guy who was breaking down his release. He releases the ball in a third of a second, which is like really
and you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that I don't know shit about releases, and I couldn't break down a release at all. But you can definitely, if you watch all 3 of those quarterbacks throw, you can see the difference, and that's crazy to me. Like when a guy that's a layman, I don't really know. I'm not a quarterback guru. I don't know what a good versus bad release is. But when you can watch them throw the football and actually tell the difference, he's got something. I'm telling you, man. Matt Corral is going to be a good quarterback. We just got to wait on it.
That's what I need. That's what I need to hear. That's exactly what I need to hear from Shad. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I think he's gonna. I don't know about the GOAT, and I don't know about all that.
No,
I think
he's the GOAT.
he's gonna be good to go, man. I like Matt.
I gotta get his jersey, bro. I'm jealous of you for getting. You got 2 signed Matt Corral jerseys.
I did. I have 2.
So
I gotta keep one. The other one, you never know, man.
You spoke to him?
Never know. Never know. Did I speak to him? I asked him,
Yeah.
can he sign the jersey? And he said, yeah.
He ain't said nothing else?
No, that was it, bro. That was it. He said, yo, that's it. Well, he didn't say that. I said, yo, Matt, can you sign my jersey? He said, I got you. That was it.
All right.
That's the extent of our conversation.
All right. Thank you for bringing me on, Rashad. Appreciate it. Appreciate you signing on my channel.
Anytime, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to YB Jordan, man. Go sub him up. Check him out, man. He put together some heat over there.
Thank you, bro.
All right, man. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. This was fun. Shout out to, again, Dave got to get better soon. I'm about to get up out of here. Man, shout out to my background. It's going to come together maybe by next Monday. It'll be together. I got to go to Home Depot, get some stuff. But yeah, man, it's gonna be cracking next week. My background gonna be lit. No more green screen. I'm about to hook it up. You can see my PSL on the flag. It's cracking right here. That's just part of it. But it's gonna be lit. All right. That being said, man, keep pounding. On Friday, join us. We're gonna be live streaming during the game. We're gonna be giving our live opinion, live breakdown, play-by-play. It's gonna be lit, man. Come through. And I might open the stream up so everybody can join. It's gonna be fun. All right. That being said, like, subscribe, notification bell. I'm out. Peace.